Hello, my name is Kwang Myung-chun from Gwangju Institute of Science and Technology in South Korea. And today's my talk is about the online noise dictionary update on the NMF-based speech enhancement. So, okay, here is the list of content. And well, before I start, I'd like to talk a little bit about speech enhancement. The goal of speech enhancement is about the suppressing noise without damaging speech. It's a quite simple goal, but there is a problem: how to deal with the real and diverse noise. So in our real world, there is a constraint that we don't know type of noise before processing. So there needs a good noise estimation algorithm to make better speech enhancement algorithm. So there's among the lots of previous works. So one of the conventional methods is use the minimum controlled recursive algorithm, also known as MCRA. It actually works very well for most noisy conditions. However, this algorithm has a limitation because it's difficult to track non-stationary noise, such as harmonic or tonal noise. As the example shows, this algorithm underestimates the non-stationary noise, which it looks like a harmonic one. And as a counterpart, another algorithm known as the semi-supervised NMF, it updates noise dictionary on the fly with the NMF algorithm, NMF multiplicative update actually. The algorithm itself is quite elegant, but the result is it more often fails to distinguish between speech and noise. So this algorithm often overestimates the speech as a noise. So there's a problem, and so today's proposal is how to deal with these overlapping or non-stationary issue of the speech enhancement. So the first proposal is the local sparsity estimation, which is the talk more detail in later slide. And by using the local sparsity terms, we conducted the online noise dictionary learning in a discriminative way. So here is a block diagram. Our speech enhancement algorithm is based on the sparse non-negative matrix factorization source separation framework, as shown here. So we consider that each frame, the speech and noise are initially separated by the SNMF. So, okay, for a given the estimated speech and noise spectra, and we first estimate the local SNR of posteriori SNR, and we measure these SNR, the sparsity, how the sparsity are distributed among the certain local time and frequency region by using this sparsity estimation matrix proposed by Hoyer. And here is the intuition that actually this value Q goes the set between 0 and 1, and we can observe that this value can be nearly 0 for the realistic noise, and as a counterpart, this kind of this value becomes 0.5 or 6 in the real speech case in average. So we can just roughly say that this kind of local sparsity can be used as a leverage for the separating the speech and noise, which might be failed in the NMF work. So we incorporating this sparsity term, we make a MMSA filter, which is conduct the two smoothing terms. Which one is SNR smoothing, and another one is the noise smoothing. And using this, and in addition, we also estimate the adaptive noise reduction factor by the activation ratio, which is given by the SNMF. And using these equations, we get the noise reduction filter. And in the conventional speech enhancement step, the estimating filtering is considered as finished. But again, using this filter, we try to update the noise of a current frame on the fly. So here's the equation. We initially estimate the noise to be analyzed of the iframe, and not using this one directly. We we try to index the noise basis, which basis should be updated or which basis should be fixed by this simple hard thresholding rule, which incorporated by the sparsity term. And by this information, as I said before, we set the update and the fixed term of the total, the rank of noise basis, and by incorporating the discriminative NMF update rules, we update the basis for the current buffer for only noise, and by finally the future, the next frame of the noise basis is consists by the fixed term with updated noise one, updated one. Okay, here's the algorithm, and the following slide shows the performance evaluation. As an experiment setup, we evaluated the SDR, SIR, SAR, which is very well known in the source separation, and also the PSQ, which is very common metric for the speech enhancement. And compared method is given as follows. One is OMLFA with IMCRA, which is considered as one of the state-of-art noise estimation in using the statistics, and NMF alternatives, including supervised sparse NMF, whose noise basis is mismatched with our test set to be shown. And one more thing, one more alternative is using SNMF with example, which use the abundant size of the base, whose rank is 1000. And finally, semi-supervised NMF algorithm, which can be considered as the competitive one to the proposed one. So here's the training data set. It means that it trained for the speech and noise basis in prior for every NMF method, including the proposed one. For the speech, we use 12 minutes of Chinese tree corpus in the training set, and for the noise, we use 12 minutes of noise X92. And the rank of NMF was 100 for both speech and noise, and for the example method, we used 1000 for speech and noise. And the test data set is consist by 20 speech clip, which includes 30 male and 7 female from the TIMI corpus, and we chose the 6 real noise from the demand database, which include living, river, office, cafeteria, traffic, and metro. And these noises, this speech and noise are artificially mixed with the average SNR from 0 to 50 decibels, so total noise clip was 480. So here is the result. Firstly, the SDR can show that most NMF method is beaten by IMCRA, sadly, but the proposed method with online noise learning gives the competitively higher score compared to the IMCRA. And let's go in deeper. And you can see in terms of SIR, the NMF method did quite well because these methods were intended to separate some sources, right? So, and especially the semi-supervised NMF worked pretty well in terms of SIR because the overlap noise is quite successfully separated. However, in terms of SAR, the speech is quite most speech components are distorted in the semi-supervised NMF. Thus, the SIR was bad. So that's why the SIR was low compared to the other method. So finally, PSQ. In terms of PSQ, the proposed method gave the highest score than the other ones. And here is the wave sample. So, would you please play B and B, C, and G. Yeah.
So E and G. Okay.
He held his arms close to his sides and made himself as small as possible.
So one of the artificial test set. Would you please play C?
He held his arms close to his sides and made himself as small as possible.
Ah, okay. Was it G?
That was G right there.
Ah, okay. So he jumped to the conclusion. Yeah. Yeah. Please. Okay. I prepared one more slide. Would you please play all of them in?
They want independence. Someone who has a sense of direction and purpose and who identifies with them. They want independence. Someone who has a sense of direction and purpose and who identifies with them. They want independence. Someone who has a sense of direction and purpose and who identifies with them. They want independence. Someone who has a sense of direction and purpose and who identifies with them. They want independence. Someone who has a sense of direction and purpose and who identifies with them. They want independence. Someone who has a sense of direction and purpose and who identifies with them.
Okay. Okay, I'll move to the next one. So it's not actually discussed in the paper, but we also implemented our algorithm in a real-time manner by using this kind of window interface. Okay, please. Okay. So would you please a little bit? Oh, okay. After the finish. Yeah. In case of curiosity, would you please let me know the turn at the Q&A. Okay. However, the complexity was
ambience 1 2 3 1 2 3. Street 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Could you jump into the head?
Cafeteria 1 2 3.
Okay.
Ambience 1 2 3 1 2 3. Street 1 2 3 1 2 3. Cafeteria 1 2 3. Pedestrian 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Okay, thank you. As you heard, actually the noise itself is not completely reduced in this demo. However, I'd like to demonstrate that this algorithm is work on the real time for most of the application, and actually this version was not optimized its own parameter because of the complexity region. However, I think it worked pretty well even for the unseen noise condition. So conclusion is we proposed the online noise learning for NMF-based speech enhancement, and to this end we utilize the local sparsity of posterior SNR to leverage the separation performance of SNMF. And then it was applied on both filtering and online noise learning, and performance showed that it gives better than the IMCRA or the NMF alternative. Well done. And it's an extra slide. I think this kind of algorithm can be used for front end for single channel ASR and non-speech enhancement and recognition, such as scream, gunshot, glass crash, or other things which might be detected in the real world case. And finally, the extension to multi-channel application, this kind of online noise learning is also applicable. Okay, so here's the reference, and that's all. Thank you.
Okay, so we've got 4 minutes for questions. Just while you're thinking, maybe I could ask, do you plan to do any subjective intelligibility tests?
You mean subjective test?
Yeah.
Listening test?
Yeah.
So, okay. So we conducted the Mushra-like test, which is one of the standard in listening test in audio, but we didn't put in the paper. But I think the perceptual quality shows pretty well compared to other enhancement algorithms in case of unseen noise. Anyway, for the matched condition, if we know the type of noise, maybe the dim learning or other machine learning technique would be my one. But at least for the unseen noise condition, the proposed method worked quite well.
So do you have any feeling how your method can improve or how it will affect the ASR performance?
Yes, sir. Okay. I felt that kind of question would be a reason, so I prepared extra slide. Here is a preliminary result conducted on the Chime 3. Actually, I'm not an ASR guy, so I only processed in the waveform domain, so it was worked at ADO. So we simply made the ASR baseline with the chime tree using the GMM HMM script, and the competition candidate was NVIDIA baseline, which uses all 6 channels, and the SNF for the using only 5th channel, and my proposed method also uses only 5th channel. And surprisingly, not using all the 6 channel, at least for GMM HMM case, the proposed method actually gave the quite good accuracy compared to the NVIDIA one. So I think there's some kind of room to be implemented to the further better ASR.
Can you step to the microphone, please?
Just a clarification on this experiment. When you say multi-condition training, also you include the enhanced signals inside the training set?
Yes, good question. For this training, we used the enhanced training set with the enhancement method of their own. So for the NVIDIA case, we used the training set enhanced by NVIDIA for the
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can ask one very fast. Have you tried the CNMF where it counts in Windows, so you have some time locality convolution under MF?
You mean convolutive well, I didn't directly compare between convolutive and this one, but I think I'll compare and expand my future.
Just to comment, the vertical axis is all 0.
No, that's
Thanks for that. I didn't know that. At least you should this number, right?
Okay, if there are no more questions, let's thank the speaker again.
Thank you.